happening? PJ, what's going on? Well, vacation is what it is, I guess. Not much snow. Of course, when we finally had to leave, then they got snow. So it was a break, I guess. Haven't had one in a while where I really didn't do a whole lot, right? So thanks to Snowlord for taking over. And he did a great job. Didn't have any complaints. Right, PJ? You didn't complain, right? You didn't complain. So everything went good. And we're going to talk a little bit about light trucking is what I was going to talk about for 2023 and what we're looking at to do and so forth. We are going to expand. We're probably going to look at 10 to 15 more contractors to put on this year. So if you'd like to come over, now's the time. We do have a trailer available and more coming down the pipeline. So we do have a lot to offer at this company, and we can put this company up against one of the big ones out there that does percentage pay, split percentage for if you have your own trailer and don't have your trailer. Everybody probably knows who I'm talking about. And we pay more. We have less fees, and our discounts are just as good. So we'll go over all that here in a minute. If you want to join in, there's the link right there in the screen. But a little bit about vacation. So we went up to the UP searching for snow. No snow where I live right here. Supposed to get some tonight or in the morning, I guess. We'll see. 3 to 5 inches or so they're talking. So we drove, 350 miles or so north searching for snow. And you would think, you get up to the frozen tundra. I used to live up there for 15 years or so. Middle of January, you should have a lot of snow. Just wasn't the case. We get 5 miles out, and it's still not looking good. But we did get to ride. But there was a lot of wet spots and some dirt. We had to ride on some dirt a couple times. But if the Alaska trucker was in here, he has no problem snowmobiling. Right, Jerry? So, we had a good time. Went up there with some friends. And we'll try again in February sometime. Hopefully, hour or two from the house on a weekend or something. We'll see. What's up, Jerome? A few shout outs. I already mentioned PJ. Don, what's happening? What's up, Mallory? My name is nobody. Who else we got in here? PJ says no complaints. What's up, Simper? What's up, Nightbot? TBT USA. Desroki Pam, evening. Eddie Droder, what's going on? Hope all is good with you and your family also. So signed on a contractor last week. We're still waiting to get his truck all on. He had a problem with it. But he's ready to go, I guess, as soon as his truck is done. And he'll go down to where we got some trailers and pick up a trailer. But we do have a trailer sitting over in Missouri that's available. And one good thing about this company is, let's say you live close to Missouri. And if you're mechanically inclined, which means you could put some stickers on the side of your truck, put a plate on it if you don't have on it, we get you a plate, and install an ELD, there's no reason to drive all the way to Michigan. You can just put that on your truck, go get the trailer, and start working. that's one good thing. But if you're not mechanically inclined, you need us to install it and everything, then you can come up here, or you could even go to where Steve's at, and he could get that done. So there's many options. A lot of times, guys that can put the stuff in, it's not hard. Send them the whole package. Then we get them a power only if they live far away to go get the trailer. That way they're making money right out of the gate, and they're not spending money trying to get up to Michigan or to Missouri to get a trailer. So that's a good thing, right? So what do we offer? And we offer a lot of things that some companies don't do. And we'll show those right here. So what do we have? We have a split percentage, just like the Big Blue Star, right? So we have an 80% if you have your own trailer, right? Or, I'll get to that point in a minute, or 73% if you use ours. Now, you can get 80% if you want to pay the rent. If you want to pay the rental. Which means, if the rental, let's say it's $750 a month, and you want to pay that, you get 80%. Some people say, well, why do I want to do that? Well, because this extra 7%, you'll make more money than the $750. For example, if the trailer was $750 a month, and you do $15,000 in revenue, at 7% is $1,050. So you make a positive $300. Now, if you do $20,000 in revenue, that's $1,400, or an extra $650 in your pocket, which could pay part of your truck payment, half your truck payment, depending on that. Could pay all your insurance and so forth. And if you grossed $30K, same thing, 7% is $2,100 minus $750 would give you $1,350 a month extra. So that's why a lot of guys will pay for the rental. Now, if the rental's $1,000, we still only charge you $750 because I believe that's the fair thing to do, even though rentals have went up. Everybody that's been here a long time is paying the smaller amount, so the company eats that extra rental charge. So here's what you got to think of. If you're over at another company and you're getting 65% and you have your own trailer, you're at 72%. We beat that just using ours at 73%. Plus we pay next day on every load. You get paid next day, except on the weekends. Banks have to be open, right? So we pay next day. We have a fuel card we provide. You can use your own if you want, so you get the discounts. And we also have a tire account, so you can use that. We can get you plates. We can get you those. We also have fleet insurance rates if you want to get your physical damage, your bobtail, and your occupational insurance through us. We do have a fleet rate. And we also have a dispatch service if you want to use that, if you don't want to pick your own loads. We don't restrict you to one load board. You can have multiple load boards. And you drive when you want to drive. You work when you want to work. You work on your own schedule. So what that means is if you have your own trailer and you pay for your insurance, your physical damage, and your bobtail and your occupational, and you're sit home for a month, you don't work a month. When you come back, there are no fees. Right? So, and let me explain that. If you get your physical damage and your bobtail and your occupational insurance through us, it's just like paying an insurance company. So if you come back, you will have that charge that you would owe, just like if you had paying Progressive or State Farm or whoever you'd get your insurance from. You would have that bill. But if you didn't, there would be zero owed when you came back after 3 weeks off or a month off. We don't charge you for liability in cargo when you're not working. It's all baked in to this percentage right there. And there's contractors on here in the chat, and they can tell you if that's true or not. They can say yes or no in the chat. It's really self-explanatory. There's no strings. It's exactly what it shows. That's what it is. What else do we have here that we're missing? So you get a fuel card, and you can use your own if you want. Tire count. We can get you plates. We got the fleet insurance, dispatch, all that. We provide the ELD. Right? We're going to give you the ELD and not charge you for it. It's all part of the percentage. We have longevity pay. Right, Mac the Trucker? He's helping me out. Look. Yeah, and PJ's helping me out too, right? So, let me just clear this slate off. So we also have what they're saying, longevity, right, pay, and safety bonus pay. And this is all, now the safety bonus is on miles. And what we did is we asked all the contractors, and we had to come up with a formula. So what we do is a mileage formula, even though it's a percentage. We say that in a quarter, you have to run so many miles. And since we use Samsara ELD, it has a safety rating on there. And if you get a 100, 99, or 98 in that quarter on this rating, you're going to get a safety bonus. And it's going to be a percentage of what you ran that quarter on your pay. So we do have that. And longevity bonus is every year on your anniversary date, you're going to get a 0.5% increase. So that means if you start out at 80%, you're here a year, you go to 80.5. You're here 2 years, you go to 81. Go to 81.5, 82, 82.5, 83, 83.5, 84, and that's true percentage. We're not going to, start charging extras like everybody else does. So the longer you're here, the more your pay increases. So that's a few perks, that we give you. that a lot of companies won't give you for owner-operators, and especially small-size companies. We provide a lot more than what other people are doing and other companies are doing. Oh, look, I spelled your name right. Shannon, he spelled your name right. From Seguin, Texas. You're at that little truck stop in Seguin, huh? I haven't been there in 15 years, I would say. Here, let me get this back over here. We'll put my mug down here in the bottom. So, it's real easy. If you want to come to a great company that's all 100% owner-operator, all you got to do is go to liketrucking.com. And if you click on the contractors and go down, you'll see all of the all the stuff that you want to read. It's all in there. And if you meet those requirements, just click the apply button and we'll just run all your stuff. And if it looks good, there you go. It's really easy to get on here. We're not going to hold you up for a week like some companies do for orientation, because you're an owner-operator, man. You lose money. Right? All these big megas keep you for a week. Most of them. 3, 4, 5 days. That takes money out of your pocket. Here, if you delivered your load, let's say on a Friday, your last load with that company, you took their stuff out of your truck, and if I mailed you overnight everything, because you didn't want to come up here, waste the money, we get you power only. You get all that stuff put in the weekend, Monday you're rolling. It's that simple. Max versus, would you allow a California driver to lease on if he has an S Corp? I would have to check into that. See what, California's got those stupid rules. They're actually ruining this country, but that's another point, right? They're coming up with some crazy stuff out there. But that's a possibility. It's a possibility. There was no Loves there when I was there, right? So that's a new truck stop. That's out there from when I was there. But so that's easy. It's easy to get on over here, as long as you have all your ducks in a row. We'll also look at you as an owner-operator. So what that means is, even though if you have a truck, that doesn't mean you're coming over here. Because if you have no money to fix your truck, then you're not coming over here. We don't take everybody. If we did, we'd be probably 50 to 100 trucks right now. But we don't. It's a select group of contractors, and we do it that way because when we call brokers, they know our history, they know we'll get the job done, and we have no problem. And a lot of times we get more money for those loads with certain brokers. So, you got to be a pretty stable owner-operator to be considered. Because think about it. If you can't fix your truck, you don't have the money to fix your truck, and you come over here, it costs a lot of money to put contractors on, your truck breaks down, you can't afford to fix it, what do? So we look into that aspect also. Equipment prices are falling. Yes, they are. They are falling. So this year, we are going to say I reinvest all the money to this company that we do, right? So we're going to I'm going to build a shop this summer. And I'm going to build a parking area for trailers so we can get a bigger trailer pool and things like that. So down the road, we're going to try to look for direct freight. And PJ lives in the area. So if you live in the Midwest, that's where we're going to start at. So hopefully within the next year or two, we can build a trailer pool up and get some trailers into some DCs. Because, you know, there's Menards right down there in Ohio. We could get some trailers in there. Then that could turn into some drop and hook for the folks that aren't pulling their own trailer. So there's a lot of things that we're going to look at over the next couple of years to expand the growth. And one of them is, you know, building a trailer yard. So, you know, people can park their trailer there, things like that. And we don't have to use other people's yards and pay for them to store our trailers. So that's coming hopefully by the end of the year. And make room for my RV office. There you go. I've already have people wanting to build campgrounds, Shannon, out there. They want us to build campgrounds. So we're going to break ground sometime in the spring or early summer and hopefully get that done. Now I might have to build it myself. I don't know. Could I do it? Of course I could, but I'm not young anymore. I have all the tools. I have all the tractors to dig the ground up and everything like that, but I don't know if I have the time. So we'll see what happens. What else we got going on in here? So, Mac the Trucker, what have you been up to? You haven't called me in a while. PJ says 100% truth. We're transparent. So this ain't a company where, you know, we get a rate con and then we send you something. No, you're getting the rate con. Right, Mac the Trucker? PJ? If you get the rate con, it's real simple. You send it to me and I put it in the system. And we make it easy to get your paperwork in because, you know, we have a really good system. So we use AXISTMS, which means you can upload your bills right on there. It's kind of like a workflow system that Schneider would have. Or if you use any of the other apps like Uber or Convoy or Coyote and things like that, you see all your loads on there. You start the load on there. Click when you're at the shipper. Click when you leave the shipper. Same thing with the receiver. And you can upload the bill right in there from your phone. And you also get notified if the picture didn't show up right. And then we have a backup for that where you scan it in your phone and you send it to our email address. But once we receive that document, we send everything in, and the next day you'll get a payroll stub. Now, I have to send I think the mail, I had a couple people that didn't get their stub, which could be the system sitting it out, and it could be in your junk mail, because it was in one of the guys' junk mail. So, PJ, I think, do you still need one from a couple days ago? Because it had a problem a couple days ago where some of these guys were getting in their spam. So I don't know if you checked your spam or not. But if you need it still, just say yes to the chat and we can get that done. Because I remembered it. I remembered you said something about that. So let me click over here. Well, I won't do this. I'll wait until after because we don't want it to, just in case. I can do it on my phone too. Let me go to my phone. Bring up the software here. Let me see when that, I'll see when the last one was, PJ. Let's see. Let me pick you out of the list here. So the 23rd, yesterday's, right? Is that the one you need? Let me download it. All right. Open it up. Send file to all right, let me know if you get it. I just sent it again. Let me know if you get it. Thanks, Tommy, for the Cash App. You don't have to do that, but you know, we appreciate it. We're going to start, I'm going to start doing the live trading again. I've been trading, but I just haven't been going live. I was talking to the dean today. He was on the phone while I was trading for half the day. Actually, not even half the day, just for about an hour. Between 8:30 and 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm done after that. It only takes just a few minutes and just roll on the rest of the day doing business. Yes, I do have the Cluster Truck. I do have the RV channel. It's RV Campground Review. Especially on Facebook, we have going on 4,000 members on that, on Facebook. So if you want to join that, go to Facebook, look us up, RV Campground Review, and oh yeah, and you can ask PJ. So when it comes to payroll, and let's say you're getting the fleet insurance through us, and if you happen to have doing a lease purchase on a trailer through us, or have a, you're doing like a rental or something, we're really flexible. So if something happens, your truck breaks down, I know how hard it is out there. So if things come tight, I'll put those payments off for a while, or I will put them over time, like spread them out over 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 payments, that type of thing. Right, PJ? I do that, right? So that's just another benefit that, we try to help out when we can. What's up, old man? It's been a while. So that's other things that we provide. That's another perk. Because why do I do that? Because I've been in this business for over 30 years, and I know what it's like. So, we've had a driver that's been out for 5 months. His insurance occurs, so he's going to get back to working. And I just said, don't worry about it until you get back to work, and then we'll just expand that out over time. So that way, you deliver your first load, you can start getting that money rolling in. So that's about it for that. The RV channel on Facebook, and we do also have it on YouTube. I haven't done a video in there in a long time. Do have a website, because we're going to try to get that rolling for the campground reviews and have people post on there. So that's in the works. I haven't been working on that because I've been busy with the trucking, the brokerage part, and the dispatch service. My main focus is trucking first, the trucking company first, the brokerage, the dispatch service second, because that goes with that, and the brokerage is third. That'll come along as time goes on. See, Jerry Perry just put in easy money. Easy money. See, there's Jerry up in Alaska. That's right. You're an old timer too. That's why you say old man. The group is RV Campground Review. Right there. RV Campground Review on Facebook. Started that just a little over a year ago or so. And the members are just piling in now. And there's a lot of good reviews in there. So there's a lot of interaction. And it's a good site. A good group of people. So let me erase this. Let's clear this board off. All right, so that's if you think about coming to like trucking. You can get a lot of benefit here. And I've also had some people that had their own authority and came over. They shut their authority down and they come over. Why? Because their insurance got too expensive. Maybe they had some things on their record, made their insurance go way up. They weren't getting the discounts that we get. And there's all kinds of factors, with that. So, everybody has their own opinion on how to run a trucking company, things like that, which, that's what makes it. Everybody's individual, they do their own thing, right? I believe in streamlining it and using the tools. And we will not skimp on tools over here. Which means we're going to have the best ELD out there, which in our opinion is Samsara. We've used a few of them. And if an ELD is no good, which I had some people ask me about other ELDs, and I tell them my honest opinion on those ELDs. So, we give the guys the best equipment to put in their trucks to keep them compliant, and we have the extra help if needed. So you're just not out there alone. So if you're not used to booking loads and you use the click and go stuff, but you want someone to look while you're driving, Steve can do that. So that's where that dispatch service comes in. And we have a lot of people with their own authority that use a dispatch service. Because if they're driving down the road and they get a carrier packet, they're going to fill it out going down the road? Or is it worth 7% of that load for our dispatch service to do the carrier packet? Because think about it. If you're driving down that road, and let's say the load was $3,000 load you got. It's 7% to do the carrier packet. And it's only a one-time charge. What happens if you're trying to do it on a phone and then you get in a wreck? There goes your business. Was it really worth a couple $100? Just saying. Or it could be a high dollar load and they want the carrier packet done right away and you take too long to do it and they give the load away. That's happened also. So we use, in my opinion, the best factoring company out there, which is Thunder Funding. So if you need a good factoring company, call Thunder Funding up, tell them we sent you. And you know they'll work great for you. They'll give you a good deal. We use a good software. So right now we're using AXISTMS to run the fleet. And if you get a hold of them or click in the link in my description, same thing. You'll get a deal pretty much almost half off. No risk. So we provide these tools, right? And 1, 2, 3 load board. The guys can get a good deal on that. And everybody knows the discount for that. And so forth. Yeah, we do work hard for our people. What's up, Michael Dow? What's up, brother? See old Michael Dow? He ain't been around in a while. We do work hard for our folks that are signed on over here. And the best thing, with our fuel card is that we can write EFS checks off them. So if you go to a lumper service and, if the contractor doesn't have the money to pay the lumper and they can't get a hold of the broker, they can always call and get a EFS code. And they don't have to sit there until the next day or until they get a hold of the broker and things like that. And here's another big part that we also do. A lot of people might say, I wouldn't do that. But here's what we do that a lot of places won't. And if you're at that big mega company with all owner-operators, supposedly they're 100% owner-operator company, but, if an agent owns trucks and he has those trucks on there, isn't that really company trucks? Because the agent has the freight, gives it to his own trucks. I don't know. Might just be company trucks. I don't know. So where was I going with that? Anybody know? So here's another thing that we do. Here, let me get this. Let me just wipe that clean. Get this a little bigger. All right. Tonu. Truck order not used. If it's $150, if it's $250, whatever it is, we give 100% to the owner operator. We lose money on Tonus because I factor through Thunder Funding. We get charged a percentage, but I don't subtract a percentage from the Tonu, right, PJ? Right, Big Mac? If it's a $150 Tonu, you're getting the whole $150. Doesn't matter if it costs me $2, $5, whatever it is for the factoring fee. I'm paying the full truck order not used. Now, detention time. We pay 100% of the detention to the owner-operator. And sometimes we don't get reimbursed for the detention. But I'm not like other companies. I don't go back and take that detention back from the contractor like the big companies do. Also, when a broker decides not to pay, right? Let's say a broker doesn't pay. I don't go back and take that load pay back from the contractor. The company eats the bill. Done this several times. Contractor still keeps the money. Tell me who does that. And these right here, we pay right away. Yeah, we pay right away. We don't make you wait until we get paid for the toenail. We don't make you wait till we get paid for the detention. We pay those right away. For example, I'm waiting on a rate con, a new rate con. Been waiting on it for several days. So I decided to turn that freight bill in so the contractor can get paid. And I paid the detention. So I'll wait for the detention. Instead of holding the contractor's money up, you know, for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Because sometimes, you know, some brokers could take 2 or 3 weeks to pay detention or to get the rate con. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and pay it. When I get the rate con in, Thunder Funding's great. I'll just send it back to Thunder Funding and say rebill with detention. They'll rebill it. When the money comes in, it goes into my reserves, and I just let the reserves build up. I got some people commenting here. What's up, Big Face Trucker? My good friend down there in Georgia. To follow along with your stock trading. In the past, you have talked about putting something on YouTube. Is that broadcast on a different YouTube channel? Yes, it is. Shannon probably has the link. She can put the link up there. We got 50-something subscribers. I will probably go live tomorrow. I've traded today. I had 6 screens up. All were green. It was great. Today was a great day. It was a lot of fun. Had the dean on the phone. We were cracking up. And no matter what I pushed, it was making money. We had fun riding stocks up and down, watching the numbers go up and down because, you know, try to scalp some more money out. It went down, did a stop loss, went back, scalped again, money went back up. It was just a crazy day. And I would have stopped a long time ago, but, you know, he was on the phone. We were just having fun with it. So I'm sure Shannon will put that link in there to the stock market page tomorrow. I'll probably go live. Usually I'll set that thing live around 9:30. Sometimes I won't even talk on it. But you'll see my screen, live trading. You'll see it. You'll see if there's any red negatives for losses or positives for green. I don't hide nothing. It's all about, you know, real life trading. I talk about why I'm getting in at a certain point, what I'm doing, and so forth. Cascade says, what's over it say? If you don't have or want your own authority, like trucking is the best 80-20 spot company around because of Jeffy is the best. Hey, I appreciate it. Appreciate that, Cascade. We try to do... I try to give the contractor as much of the profit as possible, and the business still sustain. Because I was an owner operator for 25 plus years, and I can't say over 30 because I've been on the truck for a few years now. So I'm going to say 28, maybe 20. So I just say 25 plus. And so I've been down all that road, and I know what it's like. So that's why I developed this company and did it in a way to make it a home for owner-operators. Not like these other 100% owner-operator companies that nickel and dime you to death. But people will drink that Kool-Aid and they'll say, oh, why not come over here because this is better? No, it's not better. Pay a whole lot more fees. The percentages are nowhere close. And the discounts, we have just as good a discounts. And we don't charge you to get your money. Just saying. Jeff and I started trucking at roughly the same time, 30 years, but I definitely learned a lot, and I'm always learning new things. Me too, Michael. I learn things all the time. You know, I read publications and things like that, and I learn from all you guys out there, because no one knows everything. We all learn from each other. Yep, Shannon put the link up. There it is. It's called Veterans Trading Group on YouTube. And there's the arrows going up. So, yeah, she beat you to it. Hey, like that little dog. It's going to keep you up and motivated. Good luck with that. Time's at 10:30. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll try to fire up the trading, because you know I took that vacation, so I haven't done a video. I'll just leave it live. So like I say, sometimes I'll talk during it, and sometimes I won't, because I'll be on the phone. I'll be doing trucking stuff. I'll be putting things into the trucking software and so forth. And then when I got a few minutes, I'll be back over on the trading screen, because I got multiple screens here, right? So I can have that trading screen over on one screen and then doing everything else on the others. So we can multitask. And you got to remember, if I need help, I send stuff to Steve. So we got a good group. Steve is a great safety director over here, and he's a great dispatcher. We had one of our contractors come here, learned, decided to get their own authority, and we dispatched him from day one, the whole time he was here. And then when he got his own authority, he just stayed with us in the dispatch service. And for the last couple of years now, he's been using our dispatch service 100% of the time. And he'll even go on Steve's channel or this channel and tell you why he does it. And it's the best thing for him, because why? He doesn't have to worry about looking for loads, all the stress, especially when he goes home. Doesn't have to worry about looking for loads and trying to find something when he can spend his home time with his family. We're not going to spend the money on stuff like that. There's no reason for that. Right, always something new. I mean, we got good friends in the brokerage businesses like Canadian Freight Broker and things like that. Rob, very knowledgeable guy. And we talk whenever we can. And as I grow the brokerage, when I decide to really get into that, and before I do that 100%, I want to get the trucking company where I want it, because that's the main focus, is the trucking business. Once I get that to a certain point and I get some people in line, then I can concentrate on building the brokerage and getting the direct customers and a trailer pool. So that's the goals. That's the goals. That's right. You're burning it up, making all that money. Yeah, the Nightbot's probably going to yell at you, old man. I don't know why the Nightbot's doing that. I can't control him. But there you go. So, that's a little bit about Light Trucking Corporation and what we offer. We do offer a lot, and it's in the description part on the website. And it's really easy to sign on, right? We don't have a whole lot of rules that we impose. And everybody knows the rules, right? Just drive safe, do it legal, and you have no problem. I would fire the Nightbot, but I just don't know how to do that. He keeps showing up. How do you fire him? We got some peanuts. Anybody want any peanuts? Honey roasted peanuts. All right, so I guess that's it for tonight. Thanks, PJ. This is a great place to partner with, plus learn from. Pros only. And I think Shannon, if I remember right, she had some long bearded guy in her truck doing a video. Who was that? No, she got to meet Snorlord. So, you know, we still help out all kinds of people in the industry. I get phone calls all the time. I talked to a gentleman today that was thinking about getting a truck and trying to put it on over here and put a driver in it and things like that. So we talked about that. And I also talked to another gentleman that was thinking about getting his own authority and things like that. So we talked about that. And I had a guy call me up, ask me about a service problem he has with a dealer and what they did to him and what they're trying to charge him. And I says, I wouldn't pay that. That's not even anywhere in the ballpark what that should cost. They're overcharging you by about $1,500. But I just told him, hey, your truck's new. It shouldn't even have that problem. Shouldn't even be a charge. So he got a hold of the manager of the shop and turned that bill into zero and didn't have to pay nothing. So it's all about networking and talking to people and ask questions, right? And get their opinion, what they would do, and then implement it and see what happens. I can't answer that. Shannon might be able to answer that, but I can't answer that. What's up, Cool Trucking? So that's it for tonight. Thanks for stopping in. Tomorrow, I will have the trading YouTube channel going, and I'll probably turn that on about 9:20, and I might even, if you're in the website, veteranstradinggroup.com, if you go to the website and you put in your email, sign up, every once in a while I'll shoot out what I'm looking at for options, plays, and things like that, or what I'll be looking at for that day. I might shoot one out tomorrow. I'll probably definitely shoot one out for Friday. So if you want to get those, when I do put them out, I'll send them out usually around 9:20, 9:25, just before the market opens. So if you're on that mailing list, you'll get that 6, 5, 6, 3, however many stocks I'll be looking at that day. You'll get those option plays. And then I might even throw in there a few of the stock plays. If you don't do options, you just buy and sell. I'm going to even throw a few of those in there. And one of the strategies I use is I use pre-market scanners, and I'll scan the market starting at about 8 o'clock in the morning. And by 8:30, I know a few of the high volume, high percentage gainers in pre-market that I will probably try to scalp. And what that means is, for example, if you've been watching like GNS, right, or INB, I forget the thing, but let's say COSM, COSM. So, for example, GNS, let's say pre-market, it's at $3, but it was $1 the day before, right? So it's at $3, it's up 300%. I'll look at that. And when the market opens, I will watch and I'll see what's going on with it. Because if it's got a lot of volume and a lot of people pumping it up, there's probably a short squeeze going on. And you can get pretty successful at those. You can't stay in them long because you can get burned. So you'll want to scalp it as it goes up. Don't get greedy. In and out real fast. When I was talking to Dean, I bought a few thousand shares of it, and I was out in about 3 or 4 seconds. And it went up 20, 30 cents in that 3 or 4 seconds. It went up even more, but you don't take that risk. Then there's another one we looked at. It was SATX, and it was a $7 stock that opened up at $1.40. No news why it went from $7 to $1.40. That was on my radar. So when it went to $1.50, back to $1.45, I bought in. So I'm saying, hey, this stock is down over $5. for no reason. No one's gave a reason yet. Somebody knows something. So I bought in. It closed the day at $2, and it went up to like $2.30, $2.25, $2.30, but I got in at around $1.45. And I kept some position. So when I got over $2, I sold out of half my position, and I kept the other half in case it goes up even higher tomorrow. Right, Bitcoin was 60,000 last week. Now it's 22,000. And the same thing with that SHIB and Doge. I still do those, but I'm not going to hold and keep them. When they go up 5 or 10% in an hour, like you'll get, if you have Robinhood, it'll send you messages. So will Webull. And when it does that, I'll get out. I'll take my 5% or 10% and be happy. And then it goes back down, and I'll just rebuy in. And I'll just keep doing that because I have a range for it. And when it falls in that range, then that's when I buy it. And when it gets to a certain point, then that's when I sell it. Just like all the EV technology, I'm watching a lot of that. I got 5 or 6 of those stocks I watch, and I'll show those what I watch. NEO is one of them. Made some good money on NEO. I bought in at $10.80. It went down to $9 and something, and then today it was over 12, so I got out. It's not a gamble. It's not a gamble. I mean, you're gambling when you're driving a truck, right? It's a gamble. You open a business, it's a gamble. Now, some people say option trading is gambling, but option trading is like insurance. It's like buying insurance. You're buying a policy, basically. Now for stock, like AMC. LVC, you ought to know about AMC. The California boys over there, they love shorting and trading AMC. So, example. I bought AMC in a couple different trading accounts several times. I was in my E-Trade account. I bought, 1,000 shares, I think it was, when it hit $6, and then it went right down to $3.50. Did I sell? No. It took a while, but it got back up to $6.40, $6.50, close to $7. I get out. Now today it's at $5.50. So if you buy the stock and it goes down, just hold it till it goes back up. You don't lose nothing until you sell. So, there you go. Like today, I was doing 6 different stocks. All of them were green. So I was 6 for 6 today. And I posted, on the first 2 or 3 videos I was doing, my percentages was over. One was 100% that day, one was 80% the next day. So I do calculated trading. Is it 100% foolproof? No, nothing is, right? Because you can't predict what other people are going to do. But you got to put stop losses in there and things like that to minimize your risk, right? Minimize your risk. But that's all for that channel. We'll talk about all that boring stuff on that channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all later. And if you want to be part of this group, just go to lighttrucking.com and fill out an application and come on over here and be part of the family and learn and grow. We'll see y'all later. Have a good night. Oh yeah, there's Snowlord. He decides to show up. Just we're going to go. Snowlord, there's a question up here for you. I think they were talking about you. Jeff, you need to dock Steve's paycheck by an hour. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, the old man says this. Did the long-bearded fellow look like a metal-headed Wookiee? And I says, I don't know. You'd have to ask Shannon. And she did not reply. She did not say anything. I've got 61 million Shiba. I also have a lot, old man. Yeah, I'm holding on to 130 million in one account, and I have 80 million in another account. But the 130 million was all free. All free. People say, well, how is it free? Well, when I bought SHIB, back when it was like 3 digits instead of 4 or 5 digits, right? Then it got up there, remember I got up there like 0.0007 and some change? Well, when it got 0.0067 or 8, somewhere in there, I sold. Sold it all. And then when it got back down to 0.002 and some change, I took all the profit and ended up with 130 million. So the 130 million SHIB is all free. So if it goes to 0, didn't cost me anything. Snortlord had some of those dog stuff. Right? He's got some SHIB. He had the Doge. He loves it. He loves those 2 dogs. Loves them. Don't get him started on them. He loves those dogs. You are welcome. Thank you for gracing us with your presence, Snorlord. Yeah, thanks for showing up. All right. So if you want to tune in for a live trading event, we'll probably fire that up tomorrow. We'll try to fire that up tomorrow and let that roll all day or up until at least noon. All right, so we'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by.